than a heartbeat. But this is not yet the end of the road for John. No. Not unless you decide it is. This is the young man who rose from the jaws of elimination, pulled back into the arena by the voice of the people. A contender who sharpened his sword, stepped back into the fire, and fought tonight with clarity, courage, and command. He did not stumble. He did not falter. He simply met a storm called Mimi. And now his fate lies not in the judge's hands, but in yours, the audience. Our sponsors of Fan Battle 4. If you haven't sponsored with some funding, here is an opportunity, and you can direct that funding to John if you wish to vote him. Remember, there will be 2 others tonight. You might decide now, or you might want to wait until the end. If you believe in grit reborn, if you believe in voices that grow stronger under pressure, if you believe that some defeats are just preludes to comebacks, then vote to keep John in this fight. One final place in the semi-finals remains. The door hasn't closed unless you choose to close it, and only you can open it at this point. So once again, go to fikets.com. 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 Remember, it's fikets.com/fan battle. All right? And vote for John. And if you decide to go the direct route, it's our Providus bank account 13059086620. Once again, 13059086620. Providus Bank. And you can buy your favorite contender who falls tonight a round into the final. It's 500 naira per ticket, and you can sponsor any specific contestant. If you do not put their name in, we'll just take it as sponsorship of Fan Battle 4, and of course we'll be back to credit you for it. But if you want a specific person, if in this case it is John, please remember to add John to your narration. Just say John. We will know that vote goes to John. Thank you very much, Lagos. And now it's time for our second battle of the night. In the blue corner, battling out of Ipaja, Lagos, a sports broadcaster and coding instructor, an Arsenal fan, a Remo Stars fan. On Facebook is Abe David Debola. The David always spelt as Dayveed. David Debola. On Instagram and X, he is at David Talks. Dayveed. David Talks. On TikTok, he is at David Talk without the S. Lagos, make welcome to this brilliant contestant and contender all through this battle, David Abe. Welcome, David.
Yes, thank you, Femi. Good evening to you. Good evening to our judging panel. Good evening to anyone listening to the sound of my voice. I mean, it's a pleasure to be here, at least on a night like this, at least better than the last time I was here. At least I think I'm in a better mood this time. But one thing I've noticed about this competition is with each level, the stakes just keep getting higher. Just when you think you have gotten to where the stakes can take it to, the level has increased again. And well, we're here to deliver what we have to do. Hopefully tonight will be a good night again.
Welcome, David.
Thank you.
Welcome, David. His opponent, battling out of Alakpere, K2, a Real Madrid fan, a Sporting Lagos fan, a music tutor and actor. He may not have broadcaster or sports journalist in his resume, but when he battles, He battles true and solid. On Facebook, he's Charles Max. On Instagram and X, more like on Instagram, he is I am _Charles Max. And on X, he is at Charles_Max1. His friends call him Charles Max. Some call him Dante. Welcome to Charles Segun Oshoji. Hello, Charles. How are you?
I'm fine. Good evening, Lagos. Good evening, everybody.
Are you good to go tonight, Charles?
I'm good to go.
It'll be interesting to see what you gentlemen, cool individuals in real life, will do in the battle round. Remember, you need to punctuate what your opponent is doing. You've got to take notes and look for something to hold them to and query about. It will be a banter battle, but you can do a good job of letting each other be heard. All right?
Yes.
And as a correction, I messed up in that first battle. Your opening rounds will be 3 minutes rather than 2. Is that clear?
Yes.
3 minutes each in your opening round. So, what is the debate topic for this battle number 48? How to win 6 gold medals at the next Olympics. Gold. The color of glory, of dominance, of nations that dream without apology. But 6 gold medals? Nigeria? At a single Olympic Games? We've only ever managed 2. That's not a wish. That's a mission. David, precise and deliberate, he mounts this challenge with the mind of a tactician, laying pathways of preparation, policy, and purpose, no doubt. Charles, explosive and inspired, he sees the summit not just as attainable, but inevitable. If Nigeria dares to believe and invest. So tonight, 2 architects of ambition rise to blueprint a golden revolution. 6 medals await. Whose master plan will follow? Let's find out. For the opening 3 minutes, David, you get to commence. Your time starts right now.
Winning medals at the Olympic Games is not an easy task. Winning gold medals is even a more minor task. But I'm not trying to paint a picture, a daunting task ahead. Because when we look at, if we extrapolate it to the last 4 editions of the Olympics, a familiar pattern arises. We see that countries like USA, Canada, countries like Australia, the United Kingdom, that's Great Britain. We see countries like Kenya in Africa, and we see countries like Ethiopia have a way of hauling these medals to their own kitty when the bells are rung for the end of the competition. We also see athletes like, a Faith Kipyegon of Kenya. We see athletes like Usain Bolt of Jamaica. They also find a way to contribute to their medal hauls. So it means that there's a way that they are doing it. This is an interdisciplinary sport, interdisciplinary event of the highest level of elite athletes coming together. So how are they able to bridge this gap of elite talents and are able to produce these medals on a consistent level? Now, on deeper understanding, deeper analysis, we look at and we discover that there are 2 or 3 different strategies that are being applied that we can actually follow. If we look at the pattern of the USA, of Canada, and the Great Britain, what they do is they are most elite athletes. They give them structure, they give them training, they give them facilities, they give them proper coaching to ensure that they produce the best of results. And they even extend their tentacles because of the immigration policy and how multicultural societies, they're able to accept athletes from other countries, integrate them, and will give you a platform where you will train and become the best of the best. And they will add more to their medals. But when I look at China, Ethiopia and Kenya, what they do is they focus on sports that give them comparative advantage. Nature has probably given them this advantage. Look at Kenya, Ethiopia. Because of the mountainous regions they live, they're able to run longer distances. Their oxygen and O2 levels are able to balance. So that's why they're able to run longer. So they've familiarized themselves with that terrain and they've conquered that terrain. So what that presents now to anybody who's aspiring to win more gold medals at the Olympics is 2 patterns. Which one do you want to follow? Which strategy do you want to follow? It's not guesswork that you can look at the long distance, 1,500, 5,000 meters, the marathons, and you think and Ethiopians should definitely have a medal, a good medal in this event. You look at the sprints. You say Jamaica should have benefit. They should have medals in this one. USA should have medals in this one. It's because of what they've done. Now, in all of this, we also need to remember elite coaching. There's a reason why Robert Bowles produced Michael Phelps, 28 medal winner. 27 of those were gold medals. He now went to Indonesia. He coached Michael Schooling of Indonesia to win gold medal, to even beat Michael Phelps in the 2016 Olympics. He now went to coach Leon Marchand of France to win gold medal at the Olympics in swimming. So it tells you that elite coaching has played a role. We look at Glenn Mills. Everybody remembers Usain Bolt, but who remembers the role Glenn Mills played in making Usain Bolt the man he is? The coach of the Jamaican sprint team to the Olympics from 1988 to 2008. This is somebody who played a key role in helping Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt was a 200-meter sprinter, but Glenn Mills now channeled his energy and made him a 100-meter sprinter, and now he went on conquer throughout his period in that 100 meters because of elite coaching that he received at that level. I think other countries are also now beginning to look at it. There's a reason why the schools in America, University of Texas, El Paso, some of the athletes, like Harry Richardson, is an alumni of that university. Somebody like Sherika Jackson is an alumni of that university. When you now look at Louisiana University, Mondo Duplantis, the Swedish pole vaulter, is an alumnus of that university. So coaching, facilities, and talents now come together to give you those medals.
All right, always remember to land appropriately even when the bells goes and the applause starts. Well done, David. He's used his 3 minutes judiciously. And Tom, well done. Opening flourish. We'll now go to his opponent, Charles. Charles, you have the same complement of 3 minutes. Are you ready?
I am.
Your time starts right now.
Winning 6 gold medals at the Olympics is not just an extraordinary feat. It is more than just extraordinary. And because of that, it is a combination of relentless dedication, of exceptional talent, and strategic planning. Now, I will provide you a guide on how you can win 6 gold medals at the Olympics. And this has proven strategies and even insights from Olympic winners. 1, you have to choose the right sport. You see, the Olympics provides a plethora of games, of events that people can partake in, but you have to choose the right one where you have the most affinity for. And even in that sport, you have to choose a sport that has both individual and team opportunities, multiple individual and team opportunities, thereby able to harvest options, multiple options. And that is the reason why Michael Phelps could win 8 gold medals in swimming in 2008. You also have to have elite training regimen, 6 to 8 hours daily training that focuses on recovery, physical conditioning, mental strength, and even technique, because skills are also very important. You also have to qualify and compete strategically. Now, it's not just enough to just qualify for the Olympics. You have to qualify well in advance of the next Olympics, ensuring that there is more than enough time for you to be able to plan. You also have to strategically look at your opponents, and that's the reason why most people employ what we call video analysis, by looking at their opponents via video analysis and seeing what they do, checking out their strategies and seeing where they can alter their weaknesses to favor themselves. And you also have to make sure that you pick at just the right moment. Usain Bolt always did that. He ensured that he timed his best races to fit global events, so he always picked very close to global events. After that, you also have to consider nutrition and health. See, nutrition is very vital. It is non-negotiable because the diet that you take in enhances your performance, and it has to be under the strict guidance of a sports nutritionist. Anything other than that, and then it becomes doping. You also have to check on mental and emotional resilience. I said it before, but this is different. It's about psychology. See, everybody wants to win, but not everybody can win. And that's the reason why you need to prepare yourself mentally for setbacks like injuries or losses, so that you do not just fall out of the way just because of minor setbacks. And that is the reason why some countries employ psychologists to also work with their athletes. And lastly, but you also have to consider logistical planning. You have to make sure that you are well acclimated with where you are going to. You have to understand the schedule of the host country so that you can conserve energy that will help you in all of the events. And even other athletes and even countries make sure that they go as far as training under the weather conditions of the country that they will go and participate in. In all of this, we find out that there are about 6 to 7 different methods that we can employ, and when put appropriately, would help us achieve 6 gold medals, as the records have shown. Thank you.
Thank you, he says, and to rousing applause. Thank you very, very much. As the opening rounds come to rest between David and Charles. You just heard Charles a while ago. Thank you very much, Timer. Can we take you down now? All right. There's still a whole lot to come from where all of that came. It's only the opening round. And there's much more to say. We are a minute away from our next break. So we would slow down on the banter battle round, which will be 5 full minutes of contest between these two. Just as a reminder, we're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. Fan Battle Season 4 is sponsored by Nigeria Info's ever adoring, ever reliable, ever friendly, ever supportive audience. And you can support this battle by going to ficket.com and buying a ticket for your favorite contestants. Or you can support directly by sending your sponsor support with narration of your choice to Providus Bank account 130-590-8620. That's 130-590-8620. We'll be back right after this short break.
More conversation, more talk, more right after this.
Hey, rewards are done lounder. When I buy airtime and data on any network,
I get up to 10% cash back.
I pay my NEPA, DSTV, or StarTimes and call
3% cash back.
Now so, smart cash back, don't get reloaded.
And they load my wallet.
Hey, it's the Smart Cash Cashback Reloaded. Top up airtime or data on any network and get up to 10% cashback. Or pay your electricity or cable TV bill and get 3% cashback sharply. Only on Smart Cash. No door yourself. Download the Smart Cash app or dial *939# to start today. Terms and conditions, Deja.
I don't know, man. These days, all you hear is save, invest, save, invest. Wait, how do you guys find this money? Is it not someone that is settled that will have money to save and invest? And even if I manage to invest or save, the interest rates are so low. And one can lose money in all these crypto, NFT, blockchain, and so on.
Introducing Fund 724. It's a simple solution to all your money goals. With as low as 1,000 naira or that urgent 2K in your pocket, you can start saving with Fund 724 and earn solid returns on your investment. And you can withdraw your money from your account for free. Anytime you like, just dial *724# on your mobile phone and follow the prompts.
Oh, so no need to download an app or join a long queue, huh?
Dial *724# now to get started. Fund 724 is available 24/7. Guarantee Trust Fund Managers is a subsidiary of Guarantee Trust Holding Company PLC and regulated by the Securities and Exchange Commission.
Hi, this is Nene from the boat safety team. You can't see us, but we're right here with you on every boat ride. To your left is the ride insurance team. We insure your ride as soon as your trip starts. To your right is the record audio team. We keep a recording of your trip for 24 hours in case you need it later. And behind you is the customer support team, ready to chat 24/7. We're the boat safety team, by your side on every ride.
This is not just a debate. It's a battle of minds. A clash of brilliance. A war of words. And only one champion. One true champion will rise. The regional champions are ready. The stage is set. The stakes higher than ever before. Catch the I Beg to Differ National Finals live on all Nigeria Info FM and Kids FM stations nationwide. It's intellect, it's passion, it's the future in action. Debate redefined. The IBTD National Tournament begins August 11th, 2025. Only on Nigeria Info FM and Kids FM nationwide. For sponsorship, call 0805-581-5844 or email ibegtodiffer@nigeriainfo.fm. I Beg to Differ, the Tournament of Champions.
There is something about good news. You can't keep it to yourself.
Guys, it's has finally happened.
There is something about joy. You can't keep it to yourself. And there is something about the rich taste of Lipton. You can't keep it to yourself.
When you get something you enjoy, you share. Lipton Yellow Label. Tea so good, you want to share.
Is that Alfie playing football in the rain?
It's Toby Chio.
My goodness. When did he grow up?
That's it with kids, so. It's amazing how your child grows up before your eyes. Enable their thriving development with the new NanKid 4 with HMOs to support your child's development, probiotics, and high-quality proteins to support age-appropriate growth. NanKid 4. Nourish your child's potential.
Na so I dey on my own. Na a message enter my phone. Fiam. I can't click am. Fiam. Na so my money for account go. Fiam. Hey. If to say na Airtel you dey use, them for first alert you before you click am. Airtel they identify spammers, then alert them customers with AI powered service to make sure say you no fall mugu for wuruwuru scam messages. No charges, no subscription needed. Me self they go join Airtel. Fiam.
Airtel, a reason to imagine.
For every Naija man, woman, pikin, and the future wey we dey hustle for, two strong names don finally jam. Na confidence bind us together. Dis na Naija wey everyday dey show you say better fit happen. As you dey hustle, dey push, and dey try to make life better, you suppose waka with strong mind. But make we yarn as e be, confidence pass hope. E mean say no matter your waka, no matter who you be, you get who dey your back. Dem go stand for your matter, hold ground, make you no fall. Sanlam Alliance sabi say confidence no be for only people wey get levels. E belong to everybody wey dey try. Na why we join hand. Two strong bodies don turn one heartbeat to give you the main protection wey go follow you for this life journey. Whether na for business, family, or for your daily bread, we dey your side. As we don jam, we go fit protect you pass before. They do more together and they carry each other, they go front. Sanlam plus Alliance don't be one name. Sanlam Alliance. Make una waka your life with confidence.
The details,
the stories,
with the updates.
Your number one station for talk brings it all.
Nigerian politics is more the strategy. Even look at the presidential level, you see almost the same thing almost playing out. It's a game of numbers and popularity.
It's not to help our brothers and sisters to rise up and condemn.
Don't be left out of the conversation.
Let's talk on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back. Welcome back. What a whirlwind first round. Fireworks of wheat, flashes of strategy, and the all unmistakable spark of two minds clashing with purpose. In that first round, David brought the steel-edged clarity of a master tactician, and Charles answered with the thunderclap of an architect of ambition. Neither yielded an inch, and the audience ate it up. Will that change? Tonight, we shift gears. It's time for the banter round, where sharp humor meets sharper insight, where agility of mind matters, and it matters as much as the strength of argument. David, you've shown that you can plot the route to 6 Olympic golds with military precision. Now let's see you dance with words. Can you disarm Charles with wit before he unravels your thesis? Charles, your vision struck with volcanic force. Tonight, the question is, can you temper your vision, your delivery in that first round with finesse, slipping punchy comebacks into every line and outmaneuvering David, his intellect with quicksilver charm? You're a charming fella, aren't you? This round isn't just about who knows more. It's about who owns the room, who can banter, who can jab, and land that winning line. So our dear esteemed Nigeria Info audience, lean forward, because in this round, a quip could spark a turning point, and a smile could seal a verdict. So let this banter round begin. David and Charles, 5 minutes loaded up for both of you.
Well,
not so fast. Calm down, clock. I need to be sure you guys are ready. Somebody is ready to go out the box. Your time starts right now.
while a lot of these points you made are very ambitious, but how do we ensure that in a situation as complex as Nigeria, we do not end up scrambling to put everything in place with 3 years to go to the next Olympics, and we end up Olympics at the door and we are not prepared?
That is the reason why I mentioned qualify and compete strategically. Ensuring that you qualify well in advance for the next Olympics by ensuring that you compete in Olympic standard tournaments, both at national and international levels, to ensure that you have well enough time.
As good as it sounds, it's long term we are talking about.
Because the next Olympics is long term.
It's 3 years.
It
seems like it's long term, but 3 years is a very short time.
The context here is how to win the gold medals, 6 gold medals at the next Olympics.
When I made my introduction, I talked about 2 different approaches. Why don't we go for the approach which other countries have actually applied?
2 approaches did you mention have given?
Julian Alfred won St. Lucia's first ever gold medal. Because 2 years to the Olympics, she applied at the program at Louisiana University. And then she applied, and then she was able to not only Lucia Alfred, Mondo Duplantis also applied for that program.
Beautiful. Did St. Lucia get 6 gold medals?
They did not.
Thank you.
Because they did not go with as many. They took one elite athlete with the competition.
They only went with one. We are looking for 6 gold medals.
So what if we spread our 88 to there? Now we have seen Tobiloba Amuson is now at the program at University of Texas El Paso.
Do you understand that part of the reasons why Nigeria is not performing as expected is because we are not having a plan? We are running haphazardly. Every single thing that I have
these plans are good in the long term, but we are so close to the Olympics. Only 3 years might seem like a long time. We have been caught in this web so many times. How do we not end up getting caught in this web?
The reason why you think that it will not work is because
2 weeks to the Olympics,
you are
the
looking at
president
it
dropped
with a Nigerian mindset. I have outlined 6.
What mindset should I look at it from then?
From every of the points that I have outlined,
are we going to be abstract or arbitrary?
Each of these points have helped countries over the years win at least
because they had long term to plan for it.
Who told you that? Where was the long term? They started planning
I mentioned Michael Schooling that won Indonesia's first Olympics.
Are you talking about an individual or a nation? There are 2 distinct things. You have to make a dichotomy between these 2 things.
I understand.
And since
but it's the next Olympic. If you want to go for,
then Nigeria needs to select the right kind of sports. That is what the US of A does. That is what China does.
But they started branching out. You believe they started branching out?
Branching out to which other sports? They still have to look for the affinity that acclimates to them.
Andre Ngose is Ethiopian by birth. He has been naturalized to America and won their first Olympic gold in 1,500 meters. America was never known for 1,500 meters.
And they had to get somebody.
They had to get some because they have the facilities.
The same amount of strategy.
You cannot throw those facilities.
Elite coaching regimen. They make sure that they qualify ahead of time. They make sure that they picked the right amount of sports. They ensured that there was logistical planning. They ensured that they had mental acuity, and they made sure that they built a support team for each of these athletes.
I keep saying that
Nigeria just needs to follow this pattern.
It's not. We're not. I like the fact you mentioned that if we're talking of any other country, we saw the last Olympics. All these points.
You mentioned Kenya did not win 6 Olympics. They did not win 6 gold medals at the last Olympics.
They did not win at the last Olympics.
Why?
But they won 2.
Why are they not winning 6?
Many athletes? Because they focused on only a few sports.
Exactly my point.
Gave them if they can expand, Nigeria can expand to more sports.
Are you familiar with this?
We all know that Bayelsa, why don't we have a swimming?
Are you familiar with saying that to win the lottery you have to play?
Of course.
Good. It means that if you do not try, you cannot win. Now,
but we've tried many times. Why is this time going to be different?
Which of the sports have we tried? Have we actually?
Why did they
we have riverine errors. That is due to corruption and mismanagement. We're not talking about
she was registered for that event, but somehow her name got missing from the list.
Whose fault?
That's Nigeria's fault.
Exactly,
and that's Nigeria now banking
and that
on
is the
to now
reason why
deliver
I want
in the
Nigeria to
I
copy
mean,
countries
you have
that have
for somebody who has lived in Nigeria for this
not
long, you have
countries that
too much
having
faith in the
outliers.
continent,
My
in the
problem with
country
you is that you are mentioning countries with
that
outliers.
let you down so many
Countries that
times.
have had
Do
one
you know how much
success
was budgeted for that
in
Olympics?
2 years.
Do you know how
One
much was
success
budgeted for
in
the
2
Olympics?
editions. I'm talking about
2 weeks to the Olympics. The president dropped 12 billion naira for the Olympic team. 2 weeks. What's that money going to do? 2 weeks to the Olympics.
How many sports?
That's the Nigeria we're talking about.
How many sports do you
unless you change the whole Nigerian system in 3 years? You're going to change Nigeria in 3 years.
Of all the sports that
you're going to change the whole Nigeria
of all
in 3
the
years.
sports you know that Nigeria partakes in naturally at the Olympics, how many have we won gold then?
We've won in 2. We've won in long jump.
Medals.
We won in long jump.
How many years have we been competing at the Olympics?
Our first appearance was in 1996.
So 1996 to now is more than how many years? And we only have 2 gold medals. Does it not show you that the strategy of short-term planning does not
I'm
work?
not against the strategy of going long-term. But Nigeria is not going to. What have you seen? In 3 years,
China is winning 40 gold medals.
You're going to change Nigeria in 3 years to get that result.
Japan is winning 20 gold medals. Korea is winning 13. Australia is winning 18. And you are talking about short-term that we should not talk about long-term. How?
In 3 years, because I know 3 years is not going to be enough for Nigeria to get it right.
3 years is more than enough.
To change the whole Nigeria
presently right now already scouting ahead. They are already looking at the conditions of the country that will host the next Olympics. Who says we do not have scouts?
What's going to change in the next 3 years?
Nigeria, when we went for 1996 Olympics, did you believe that this lady?
We are going to compare 1996 to what we have now.
Did you believe that the Nigerian football team will win gold?
The level is now.
Did you believe that the Nigerian football team will win gold?
How are we going to beat?
Did you not see that at the outcome of the 1996 Olympics is because of what has started in 1994?
How is it going to beat Noah Lies in 3 years?
Did you notice?
Explain it to me.
Did you notice?
How is Chike going to beat Noah Lies in 3 years?
Did you notice that the performance of the footballing team in 1996 is also as a result of the actions that took place before 1996?
Yes.
Thank you very much. So what does that tell you?
But why are those actions? Why did you not extrapolate?
Those are the actions. I'm just logistical planning.
Why didn't we do it?
They had to choose the right
spot.
Nigeria is a footballing nation. They focused on football. They had to scout talents for football. Give them elite training. And that is
how is Favour of Philly going to beat Shekari Richardson in 3 years?
That's the reason why she has switched to a country that is serious.
She has not switched.
That we have planning.
She has not switched. She has not switched. She's still representing Nigeria.
My good man, Favour of Philly was denied 2 chances at the Olympics because of Nigeria was on serious.
But that's the same Nigeria you now want to 3 years plan and put everything in place.
And that is yes, I want them to follow the same measure that has worked for more than 20 countries.
Olympics. Zero.
At the last
medals, not even gold. 0 medals. But now we're not going to that. Now imagine
the Olympics in 2024.
Let's assume we want to go with a bigger contingent.
Okay.
How are we going to put all this thing in place in 3 years?
By choosing the right sports, by following elite training.
Which right sports? What are our strengths? What are Nigeria's strengths?
What are Nigeria's strengths?
What are our strengths?
We have football, we have wrestling, we have gymnastics, we have weightlifting.
And why have we not succeeded in those many years? Why have we not succeeded? Obo Odudu came 5th in the last Olympics.
Do you know how many medals we win in powerlifting? Imagine you channel the same energy from powerlifting to
our best wrestler.
It's okay, gentlemen. I added 2 minutes to your banter round. You probably didn't notice. You bantered for 7 minutes. And you still don't want to end it. But it's to your credit. That it was enjoyable, it was audible, it was clear, and which was why you had more time. Now, it's time to go straight into your closing round. For this round, Charles, you get to go first. It's for 2 minutes, and your timer commences right now.
Now, I mentioned a list of ways that we can achieve 6 gold medals. Choosing the right sports. It is what the US of A does. It is what China does. They find sports that they have a great affinity for. They spread their tentacles. That is the reason why they have so many medals. The US of A at the last Olympics had 14 gold medals in athletics. They had 8 in swimming. China had 8 in diving. They had 5 in shooting and weightlifting. It shows you that when you spread your tentacles in sports that have multiple events, both for individuals and for team, you are most likely to strike gold. Now, you have elite training. China does what we call centralized training, where they bring all of their artists to a center camp. They give them 6 to 8 hours of elite training every year to prepare them ahead. The same thing Australia does, and that's the reason why they created their Australian Recovery Center, and they were able to what? They were able to amass about 18 gold medals at the last Olympics. You have quality and qualify and compete strategically. Great Britain does that. They use what we call wind tunnel vision for their cyclists. They go and watch videos of all of their competitors and try and use the same strategy and find weaknesses in their sport. Mental and emotional resilience. South Korea did the same thing. They created what we call meditation for their archers in shooting. And even Canada does the same thing for their athletes. And what happened? At the last Olympics, South Korea came out with 13 gold medals. You have logistical planning. This is something that is paramount. In every organization that wants to succeed, you need to plan logistics. And that logistics has to be tailor-suited for your athletes. China, Australia, all of these countries plan ahead. They send their athletes to the host countries to go and feel the weather, to have an understanding of their environment, and to know what they want to do, so that by the time they come back, they are better suited and better prepared for that Olympics. And what is the result about it? Australia had 18 gold medals, 7 in swimming. China had 40 gold medals at the last Olympics. And you have to build a support system. Sports science is very necessary. Michael Phelps wasn't built by one man. He was built by a team of experts, not one man.
Oh, he lands. So applause. Thank you. Just in time. All right. There was a part of me that wanted that to go on and on. Well done, Charles. Charles Shegun Oshodi closes his argument. How to win 6 gold medals at the next Olympics. Finally, it's David's turn to close his argument about his vision as to how Nigeria can win 6 gold medals at the next Olympic. David, you have the floor.
Now, as much as I'm an advocate of a long-term plan for any team, any country that wants to win Olympic medals, I think for Nigeria, the situation we find ourselves, and with 3 years to go to the Olympics, a country that has not shown enough long-term plan, I think we will end up finding ourselves at a bus stop and a junction where we will not be able to move forward. So I think for me, we need to go the other route, which is at this moment get our most elite athletes the training that they require, which we cannot provide at this point in time. That is why Favour Ofili has applied at the program at Louisiana State University that produced Mondo Duplantis. She's there right now. She's training. She's able to train with some of these elite athletes in America and rub shoulders with them. If you're sitting in your vacuum in Nigeria, expecting Nigeria to provide what you need for you, it's going to take a long time. Long-term planning is good, but Nigeria is not able to do that. Now you talked about the emotional requirements to win medals at the Olympics, to win gold medals. One of the reasons why 2 of Nigeria's most elite athletes did not win medals at the last Olympics, Divine Odudu, our best wrestler, pound for pound in our weight category of 63, she's the best. She has the record, but she got to the Olympics. We went to the Olympics because she couldn't get funding from the AFN. She had to go and source for money to do a shoulder surgery. Imagine going to a competition with 1 week after a shoulder surgery. That's why she came 5th. Odun, who was our strongest wrestler at 55 kg, went to that competition a week before her brother died. He drowned. And there was no emotional support for her. Imagine going into the competition to represent your country and nobody to take care of you. Now we talk about Favour Ofili. She got to the competition and did everything. She posted some of the best times in the qualifying series throughout that year, in that season. One of the best times. She was now ready to partake in the 100 meter, and then she couldn't qualify. She couldn't race because her name was not listed by ineptitude of the AFN. I'm not expecting why that same AFN will not be trusted in 3 years to get us the medals that we need. I mean, I think it's not the right time to now give the responsibility to the AFN. We'll give them a long-term plan. But what we want to win now in the next Olympics, get our best athletes. We know them and we know their strengths. Get them the training that they require. Toby Amuson is training with Coach Glenn Mills, who coached Usain Bolt, who coached Asaf Pell, some of the greatest Jamaican sprinters. She's working 2024. She started the training and it has paid off. Now you can see the result that she gets. It's not a coincidence. The coaching that you need, you have to outsource it, and that's what I think we need at this point for medals at the next Olympics.
Thank you, David. He lands with his finishing flourish. David Abe, sportscaster, coding instructor. The gentlemen have done their part. The judges, some of them still crossing their T's, dotting their I's. And now the final verdict is being submitted. Judges, you have a thought to share?
Femi,
yeah.
I've not been in a lot of this farm battle debates, but I can beat my chest and tell you, this is hands down the best debate this tournament. This is what is the English should they come? Mm-hmm. This is hands down, leg down, belly down, bum down, the best debate so far in this tournament. I'm not capping. Again? Backside down. Like he was. I think these 2 guys, they came with, I don't even know what to say, but this is hands down. I say hands down, the best debate so far this tournament. It was, I was looking at both of them. These guys were not reading.
noted their points and they elaborated properly on their points. They never read. I observed properly. And they were so detailed. The banter period was the best for me. It was give me, I give you, give me, I give you. It was like it was intentional. Like, I wish both of them can go through. I tell you the truth. I wish, but I don't know why. Femi, you have you are our GM. You are the second most important man in Kuwatobia Info. Femi, please let both of them go through. Leave the vote. I'm soliciting for both. Nonsense English. I am soliciting for both of them. Just qualify. You have the power. You can. Now you get fan battle. Like, just let both of them go through. And I think it's very, very unfair for the class, the level in which they have taken us in terms of debating, for one to leave. And my scorecard proves what I'm just saying. It was class, beautiful. I love it. Every said I love it. That's the truth.
You know, it's really I don't know the word to use now, but when you get somebody from another station who doesn't understand the ethics and ethos of a battle, this is what you get. How can two of them go through? Say, look,
there's so many you talk about the debate. Don't analyze me. Analyze what they talk.
Let me school you first.
Analyze what they talk.
You do not say Real Madrid and PSG should go through because they gave us a good football match. One of them has to go. So, Buchi, please, if that hasn't sunk in yet as a judge, let it sink in now. Thank you. So the battle, I think
after the debate finish, we go do Wazobia Nigerian for debate.
Buchi, what? I will beat you hands down.
All right. I will beat you here. Beat you on the streets.
Yeah, lovely debate. But then again, I mean, you know, it's so sad to see one of them go. I must say, if you've listened to David and you've listened to Charles, you know that both of them are cerebral. They don't really write, but then, you know, they just have the points, and that's work of research. You know, when you've done your homework, when you've researched and you've dotted your I's and crossed your T's. I know, Buchi, I don't want to throw him off guard, but that's the truth. That's why it is fan battle for a reason. And I want to thank them both for really giving us something to actually, you know, hold on to. I mean, 6 gold medals, and for every point David was bringing, Charles was coming up with a counterpoint. Same for David. You know, I like the fact where he gave names to planties. You know, he also mentioned the African athletes, and, you know, stated the fact that even a US of A had to borrow an African in a 1,500 meter event, something that they are not known for. So I really learned so much, I must say. For Charles, as always, you know, always coming with the questions, you know, just to throw his opponent off guard. But I'm glad that David didn't fall for you know, any of that. You know, for every question he was giving him straight answer, not trying to, you know, take David to a corner. But that's what fan battle is all about, you know, cerebral, intelligent debates every single time, and I'm glad this one lived up to the billing. But as usual, a city must fall for another to rise. So
Sam,
my score reflects that.
Thank you. Sam?
Yeah. I think if I had added a little bit of something to the end of that topic, what I would have gotten is how to win 6 gold medals at the next Olympics, short term and long term. It was essentially what the debate was all about, and I must say very daring from one of the opponents to be on the other end of that divide, which seemed like a little bit of a disadvantage, but he did scale through in the end. So lovely battle for the two of them, and best of luck by dint of what the scorecard will say.
All right. What a battle. And now it comes down to the scorecard. Let me start with George Overdose. George Overdose scores that battle 10-9, 10-9, 10-10 for a total of 30 to 28 points. for Charles. George Bucci scores that battle 10-9, 10-9, 10-10. 10-9 in round 1 for David, 10-9 in round 2 for Charles, and 10-10 in the third round. He couldn't choose between them. 29-29. He gave the verdict. Those 2 points. Charles' advantage. Coming to Sam's scorecard. Sam scores this 10-8, 10-8, 10-9. It's 30-25 for your winner. By split decision, Charles Segun Oshodi. Congratulations, Charles. Congratulations. I know both of you are full of things to say. I didn't know how the judges managed to choose between you, but both of you were awesome. And that debate could have gone anywhere at all. I will hear your thoughts when we come back from off this break. In the meantime, let's go to that break before the final battle. We'll be back.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
What you're about to taste is so hot, it's got basket mouth singing.
Mini Ninja Pepe flavor. Yeah. Mini Ninja Pepe flavor. Chris. Heat.
Nothing brings the heat like the bold taste of Mini Me Noodles Naija Pepper flavor. Try it today and see for yourself. Mini Me Noodles Naija Pepper flavor. Slurp it like it's hot.
Every day when my children return from school, I don't recognize them. Hello, do I know you?
It's us, mommy.
But these dirty, sweaty uniforms and socks, we're clean in the morning. Everything don't transform. I understand though, school is hectic. It takes energy to come home this transformed. So I make sure they have some nutritious Milo at breakfast.
Your kids need nourishing energy. Give them Milo at breakfast. It has nutrients that support energy release to help them get the most out of their day. Milo, energy to go further.
Success is like a big mansion. You only see the magnificent edifice, not the strong foundation that holds it. Likewise, in the world of e-payments, you only see transactions done and funds remitted. But who pioneered these financial technology solutions? Well, you knew it as Value Card, now Unified Payments, Nigeria's premier financial technology service provider. Yes, it starts here. Find out more at www.up-ng.com.
Unified Payments. Unifying businesses for people.
Life can be anything, but make yours a party that never stops. With Desperados, the beer with a Latin vibe. Vibe out, let loose, and turn the heat all the way up. Because with Desperados, the party is wherever you want it to be.
Grab a Desperados and ignite your party spirit. Desperados, beer with a Latin vibe. Enjoy responsibly. Not for sale to persons under the age of 18.
Charlatan Quality Anti-Malaria contains Artemether and lumefantrine, available in cherry-flavored dispersible tablets with very convenient dosing for kids. Charlatan is also available in tablets for adults. Knock out malaria in 3 days with Charlatan from Shalina Healthcare. If symptoms persist after 3 days, consult your doctor.
Charlatan is endorsed by the Nigerian Medical Association.
Hey, rewards the Lander!
when I buy airtime and data on any network.
I get up to 10% cash back.
I pay my NEPA, DSTV, or StarTimes and call
3% cash back.
Now so, Smart Cash back, don't get reloaded.
And they load my wallet.
Hey, it's the Smart Cash Cashback Reloaded. Top up airtime or data on any network and get up to 10% cashback. Or pay your electricity or cable TV bill and get 3% cashback sharply. Only on Smart Cash. No dull yourself. Download the Smart Cash app or dial *939# to start today. Terms and conditions, Deja.
It's amazing how your child grows up before your eyes. Enable their thriving development and the care they need with the new NanKid 4 with HMOs to support your child's development, probiotics to help your child's digestion and development, and high-quality proteins to support age-appropriate growth. And all of these work together to support your child's development and growth today and tomorrow. NanKid 4. Nourish your child's potential.
All right, class, settle down. Today, let's talk about how you started your day.
We got dressed and had pancakes with John Vance 3-in-1 chocolate for breakfast.
My mom makes John Vance 3-in-1 chocolate for us too.
My mom calls it instant goodness. My sister and I always put it inside our pap. It's so yummy.
John Vance 3-in-1 chocolate is a chocolate drink made of rich cocoa, milk, and sugar. Available nationwide in stores. John Vance 3-in-1 chocolate. Enjoy instant goodness.
My guy, should you still spend plenty money on top fuel and every day na social mechanic wahala on top of this motorcycle? Oh yeah, now switch to Spiro today. Spiro electric motorcycle. In order use fuel and na small maintenance to take the kakaraka. When your battery run down, just swap am in 2 minutes for any of our swap stations and ride on. We are ready for logistics or kind of business and our daily waka. Spiro, smart, strong, stress-free. No fuel, no wahala. Just to carry go. Make you call 070-000-977-97. Don't get it started.
Hey guys, there's great food, amazing people, lively music. Yeah, but the vibe is missing.
I know what this party needs. Bartender, it's time for Seagram's Imperial Black Whiskey. Okay, so guys, this is the vibe of Niger. Cheers! Every celebration needs an Imperial Black Whiskey. Seagram's Imperial Black Whiskey celebrates the vibe of Niger. Not for pregnant women and persons under the age of 18. Drink responsibly.
What can your bank do for you? Meet Jane, 25 years old. She's been having troubles acquiring a loan from her bank.
This is not okay at all. I've been on this queue forever, and you're saying I should fill another form. What's going on?
What can your bank do for you? Meet Frank, 27 years old, held up in traffic and making fruitless transactions.
Mama, I have saved the airtime, even the electricity charges. I don't know why it's so difficult making this payment.
Introducing Safri, a lifestyle digital bank that's designed just for you. With one click, you can make easy and fast payment transactions, pay bills, and even acquire easy loans. Hurry and download the Safri app on your Play Store. Visit safri.com for more information. Safri, borderless banking.
This is not just a debate. It's a battle of minds. A clash of brilliance. A war of words. And only one champion. One true champion will rise. The regional champions are ready. The stage is set. The stakes higher than ever before. Catch the I Beg to Differ National Finals live on all Nigeria Info FM and Kids FM stations nationwide. It's intellect, it's passion, it's the future in action. Debate redefined. The IBTD National Tournament begins August 11th, 2025. Only on Nigeria Info FM and Kids FM nationwide. For sponsorship, call 0805-581-5844 or email ibegtodiffer@nigeriainfo.fm. I Beg to Differ, the Tournament of Champions.
Every day is about winning with one play on Nigeria Info. On Nigeria Info, daily winnings is now over 150,000 naira.
Just go to oneplay.ng or dial *347 *880 #3#. Play with as little as 500 naira, and in a few seconds, your ticket is in the draw. The more you play, the better your chances of winning every day on the Morning Crossfire, WhatsApp Lagos, and Game On shows on weekdays and the Football Frenzy shows on weekends. But that's not all. Every Friday, there will be a 500,000 naira jackpot. Playing during the week automatically qualifies you for the weekly jackpot. Your chances of winning are the same whether you play on oneplay.ng or dial *347 *880 *3#. Remember to play responsibly. Not suitable for persons under the age of 18. OnePlay is a registered trademark under Lasho Trading Services Limited, licensed by the Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Commission.
Little body, big moves. Little brain, big learning. Your little child is eager to do big things. Every sachet of Cerelac Junior comes with the nutrition they need: natural grains, protein, and iron to support their physical growth, learning, and development. So you can fully enjoy your little one's big moments of growth.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
Welcome back. What we witnessed tonight was not just a debate. It was indeed an exhibition of excellence. And one of you gentlemen have got to move their device away from my microphone. Two minds. Two minds equally brilliant, clashing with elegance, purpose, and pride. Charles takes the victory on the night, deservedly so, with a performance, a phenomenal performance, pulsing with energy, imagination, and clarity. A strategist turned showman, a visionary in full flight. Congratulations once again to you, Charles, and I think applause all over again are in order. Well done.
Thank you, sir.
How's your mind working on the night?
To be honest, it's a great feeling winning, but the pressure before the scorecard is ready is really, really intense, and I think David did exceptionally well too. The judges gave me the win. Yes, I think I prepared myself a whole lot, because for the first time I came in with a jota and I had to scribble and all. It was really fun. It was nice, but there was something David said: for every single time you climb up, the stakes keep getting more and more. So it's just to start preparing for the next one now. That's just all that's on my mind.
That was a spirited debate, and I believe Buchi, when he said, I know we've said it about other debates before, but I believe him when he said this was the best debate so far. It had everything. It had everything. It's just a shame, just a pity that somebody had to lose. And oh, what a fight. What a fight from David. Yes, Buchi.
I want to strike. Mr. Femi, Sorry, I call you Mister. I know it's on etiquette. Hey, it's on proper.
Unethical.
It's unethical.
I'm here for you.
It's unethical to come. If you don't let both of them go, I'm not going to come on fan battle. I'm going to strike.
Okay.
If you don't let both of them qualify, this will be my last chance of fan battle. In fact, this will be my last day on Nigeria Info. It's the fact I'm not coming.
You can CHR on your way out.
That's the best answer. Oh, I feel so good, man. Like, that's the best response ever.
That's all.
CHR while at it.
I love my job.
It was a loss. But it was not a loss born of weakness. It was a battle decided by inches. The score may have been 89 by 82. You see that 7-point gap and you imagine that there was a large disparity, but there really was not. If you just went in through the scoring, you can see what it means. You stood tall tonight, David. Calm, calculated, commanding. Your roadmap for Olympic gold was compelling, but it was not only compelling, it was achievable, it was measured, thoughtful. You delivered it with the steadiness of a man who doesn't perform to impress, but to transform. It may not have been enough, but you gave a brilliant, credit-worthy account of yourself. Now, at this point, even though you may have stumbled, surely you must be proud of what you've accomplished so far.
Absolutely. I mean, when I remember where 32 that started and final 6, I mean, it's no way you try to slice the pie. It's still a big deal. It's a big deal. To think that 2 weeks to this competition, I was still thinking if I should enter for this competition, and to have come this far, it's really remarkable. To even be on this platform, I can remember when I started listening to Nigerian Info, and then to now, before I knew what this studio looked like on social media, I already envisioned myself in this studio. When I now saw what the studio looked, I started streaming. Okay, I pictured myself where exactly I would sit, and now to now be sitting here, full circle. Tonight, the battle was intense. I hope for Chelsea's sake and for Nigeria's sake that the decision that Toby Amusan and Ofili took, they did not see the vision that Chelsea is trying to take. They saw what was ahead. 3 years. They didn't want to put their futures in the hands of people that have messed it over time. So the same reason why Fasuba left, why Danny Gali won a gold medal for Canada. But eventually, he won on the basis of what the battle actually is, what we both give. I think he won fair and square. Fantastic.
And now, like John before him, David stands at the edge. 1 foot still in the arena, no doubt. Waiting on the only verdict that still matters. Yours, our esteemed listeners' verdict. If you believe in a cool-headed brilliance, if you believe in cool-headed brilliance, if you believe that grace under fire is a virtue, and if you believe that some stories deserve a second chapter, maybe even a third, then cast your vote for David. He's still in this race, and your vote may be the spark that sends him surging into the semi-finals. So let the power of redemption rest in your hands. Go to fickets.com/fan battle. Fickets.com/fan battle. And just click on the dialog box where they ask you what kind of ticket you want to buy. You'll see all the names there. Look for David and vote for him. It's 500 naira per vote. So 10 votes is just 5k. You can give him 100 votes if you support him enough. And remember, by supporting him, you're also sponsoring Fan Battle 4. And some have preferred the direct route. The Providus Bank account route, 130-590-8620. That's 130-590-8620. Providus Bank account. If you want to vote David, remember to add his name in the narration. Just say David. whether it's 500 naira for 1 vote, or 5,000 for 10, or 50,000 for 100 votes, just add his name, David. If you don't add David, we will still credit you as Fan Battle Force sponsor, but those votes will not go to David. So if you go to the direct account, Providence Bank account 130-590-8620, remember to add the contestant's name. Remember, also, it's now David and John. One final debate still going down, and one name is going to be added. Only one of the 3 people who lose tonight can progress alongside the 3 winners to the semi-finals. So congratulations to you again, Charles. You win the second semi-final ticket. Pick a topic of 2. Thank you very much. Oga, pick one now. It's like you want to read it before you pick. Give it to Overdose. Thank you very much. And I will reveal what you have picked, and you'll also get the chance to pick a side here. Again, in the semi-finals, the debates also take a presentation format. So, 2 sheets of paper, one on my left, one on my right. You can have either. You take the one on my right, so please reveal how you've chosen. What's your topic?
How to regain Nigeria's continental dominance in women's football.
Interesting. So you will hear this topic. I said, did we ever lose it? The field has narrowed. I was listening to the commentary, the color commentator in Nigeria's game yesterday. And when the lady was saying, yeah, we're back, it's our right, we'll claim it, the commentator broke it down for her. Usually commentators don't go that deep into, I was even surprised. The guy talked about all the work that countries like South Africa have done. And remember, in the last AFCON, Nigeria couldn't even finish 3rd. Lost the semi-final, and then lost the 3rd place battle. The worst finish, I believe, in the history of the other teams have caught up. So interesting debate. How to regain Nigeria's continental dominance in women's football. If you like, when you come, you can say there's nothing to regain. Good luck to you. But how would you? What position would you take?
Round 3 opener.
Okay, so you'll be in the red corner once again. Your opponent will be the round 1 opener. So, brilliant. I will just take this off on my record so there is no confusion. So the topic on how to regain Nigeria's continental dominance in women's football has Charles as round 3 opener. At the end of this next debate, we'll find out who you'll go up against. Congratulations once again.
Thank you, sir.
Lagos, we need to take one quick break. And this break will be to do some house cleaning and get ready for the very next battle. Stay with us.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates